Barcelona FC is a club with a rich history in football. This club has dominated Europe for a long time. During this dominance, we saw players like Messi, Iniesta, and Chavi reach the top of the world. Although their rival Real Madrid has Galacticos like Zidane and David Beckham, we saw Barcelona FC take the upper hand in most of their iconic matchups, called El Clásico. Barcelona FC has been blessed with a generation of players nurtured in their academy. Have you heard of Messi or Chavi? They both graduated from the Barcelona Academy. On top of a successful academy, they also had the finances and prestige to attract exceptional talents. After a slight failure with manager Rijkaard in the last seasons of his contract, Barcelona FC appointed Pep Guardiola. From that point, the team was never the same. He first made them apply a new style of play called Tiki-taka. With this new style, Barcelona FC was so dominant that they forced great teams like Real Madrid and Man United to play counter-attacking football. Their average ball possession was between 60% and 70%, making it impossible for the opposing team to build any momentum or have repetitive goal chances. With the likes of Ronaldinho, Edo, and Henry, Barcelona FC dominated Europe, winning La Liga year after year. Pep then introduced Messi to the world, enhancing his squad and making it reach another level. Barcelona FC quickly became the most feared team at the time, and even Real Madrid, with Ronaldo and Benzema, could not stop them. Barcelona FC stayed dangerous even after Pep left the club. Tiki-taka was now part of the soul of those Barcelona players. However, as we all say, all great things must come to an end. With the golden generation aging, Barcelona FC moved away from their traditional recruitment strategy, which was to get very skilled Spanish players. To keep up with the European competition, they started to recruit young prodigies from anywhere in the world. As a result, they recruited the biggest Brazilian prodigy since Ronaldo and Ronaldinho, called Neymar. He elevated a Barcelona squad starting to rely heavily on Messi. Neymar quickly ascended to the top of the world and sat at the same table with Messi and Ronaldo. This is where PSG came into the picture. They decided to go for Neymar and lured him away from Barcelona FC with a large amount of money. PSG paid more than $200 million for Neymar. Although a great deal of cash, Barcelona's board was not ready to lose their jewel, especially since they wanted him to succeed Messi as the face of the club. His departure totally destroyed Barcelona FC's long-term strategy. They tried to replace him as quickly as possible by recruiting Coutinho at $120 million, which was a failure. From then, specialists described Barcelona FC's recruitment strategy as all over the place and non-cost efficient. Even if recruits were coming into the squad, Barcelona FC still depended on an aging Messi and Suarez every game. Unfortunately, Messi could not do it all. Arguably the best player in the world, Messi was the face of Barcelona FC for a long time. Coming from their academy, Messi worked his way through from being part of the youth team to being the biggest legend of Barcelona FC. When Neymar left, the team became even more dependent on Messi. Although they performed well in national competitions, their weaknesses became even more apparent at the European level. Barcelona went from being the team to avoid in the Champions League to a more manageable one from their opponent's point of view. Messi was both the playmaker and the scorer in most of the games. He was such a game changer, capable of creating scoring opportunities out of nothing, that he was hiding the team's weaknesses. Football is a team sport and became even more apparent when a genius like Messi became more and more vulnerable. Even with Messi, Barcelona FC could not reach the final since they last won in 2015. Their subsequent campaigns all ended in dramatic ways. They got eliminated by Roma and Liverpool, even though they've won their first leg matches. The most humiliating defeat was in 2020 against Bayern Munich when they lost 8-2. Messi was totally crushed and invisible in this game. After that loss, we saw Barcelona FC losing its aura totally. Their opponents stopped focusing only on defense, but started competing for possession of the balls that had never been seen before. The following summer, after losing 8-2, Barcelona failed to renew Lionel Messi, and he had to leave the club he loved the most. Although it was regrettable for Messi, it was the last nail in the coffin for Barcelona FC. They lost their best players to PSG again and did not even get a check since Messi's contract was over. In the 2021 and 2022, as well as the 2022 and 2023 Champions League, Barcelona FC failed to get through the group stage and played in the Europa League, where they still lost. For Barcelona FC, getting eliminated in the group stage was unheard of, affecting the club's finances even harder. The club's new president decided to bring Chavi in as a new team manager, which ended up being a good choice. Being a legend of the club, Chavi was able to light up the fire in the heart of this generation of Barcelona players who had not experienced the club's golden age years ago. Did it work? Of course it did. Barcelona FC rallied on the fact that Real Madrid was not exceptional in La Liga. After a tight race with Madrid for the first place, Barcelona took over and never let go of the first place until the end of the competition. Success. Chavi and Barcelona's board believed they were back and would compete against the biggest teams. In the 2023-2024 season, Barcelona FC did not build on their last campaign momentum. The departure of Dembele and the arrival of Jude Bellingham in Real Madrid created a more significant gap between the two teams. After Xavi's injury during the international break, Barcelona lost all their fighting spirit, losing essential games such as the final of the Spanish Supercopa. Losing 4-1 to Real Madrid opened the eyes of fans and boards that their team was not ready after all. Now, Chavi has decided to leave the club at the end of the season. His decision could force Barcelona FC to go back to ground zero. The team is in a tough spot, trying to bounce back as soon as possible while fixing their finances. We're still determining what the future holds for Barcelona FC. Still, it will not be smooth with the competition growing stronger. Will we see a stronger Barcelona in the Champions League? And with Mbappe's potential arrival, will they have a chance to win La Liga again?